Hello everyone and welcome to this channel. If you're new here, I'm Shima, and today I've decided to work with my alcohol markers again, and this time I'm going to draw some beautiful kids that I actually never done before. This was something that I wanted to try, and I've seen some beautiful references online and I wanted to work with my alcohol markers as well. This is a mixed media. It's gonna be with color pencils as well, so stay until the end of the video. As I was drawing these beautiful portraits of kids, I was also thinking about the inner child of an artist and where the creativity actually comes from. I think when we are children, we are living in this innocent world that creativity flows like a river. And you don't really care about the society's pressures of adulthood. You're just a kid that wants to explore everything and just thinking about the possibilities and this boundless potential that you have. From the moment the children are born in this world, they are born with this curiosity and they have this feeling for discovering everything around them. They see everything as an opportunity for adventure and they just want to explore everything, every little detail they see, they want to explore it. So how come this is related to the creativity of an artist? I think the difference between the artist and the rest of the society is this very important aspect that artists want to explore their inner child. You can actually say they are really good friends with their inner child. They don't let the society bring this inner child down, so they will keep the child alive, and that's how the creativity forms. The problem is when children grow older and they navigate through the complexities of the adult world, they go through these society's expectations and norms, it can actually damage their creativity and their sense of wonder. The pressures that you feel to always be successful or conform or fit into a certain type of narrative can actually damage your imagination, and you will not have that spark anymore. And you can say that the light within you can be dimmed and you're gonna be lost and confused in this very restricted adult world. So what makes a good artist a great artist? The better that you keep this inner child within you, I think you will have more place for growth and creativity. These are all related to each other somehow. If you really want to keep that spark within you, you should always think about the inner child first. Because as artists, if we just give up and act like an adult, life can get really tough. And I think that's the reason why we can sometimes have these doubts and fears about ourselves, because the society is shaped like that. And the moment that we decide that we don't want to live in that fear, we don't want to live up to the society's standards and expectations, then we can actually be creative and get out of our comfort zone and explore this beautiful light within ourselves. In a world that values conformity over individuality and practically over creativity, it's so easy for children to lose their touch with the inner artist. So we as adults, we have to let them grow and be creative and preserve that creative soul of our children and their sense of wonder and imagination. Because let's be honest, look at all of these beautiful things that were created. They were all created by these people who were actively growing the seeds of creativity. How did they actually do that? If you talk to most of the artists, they're always like kids. Imagine you're in an art shop. You get crazy over a simple design of a pencil, but that thing can be really funny or crazy for normal people. But for us, it's something different. This is the joy that we get through these simple little details that I think differentiate the artist and their soul from the other people. What I'm trying to say is that in a balanced society, anyone can actually explore their inner creativity. It doesn't matter what kind of a job you have. You can be a doctor, you can be an engineer. It doesn't have to be necessarily an artist. You have to just always be friends with the inner child. I think the moment that we lose touch with that inner child, the problems all get so huge that we cannot actually overcome those fears. Not to try to make this a very philosophical video, but I think all the creativity all relates to how you treat your inner child. When you are friends and you treat the inner child calmly, it can be like a fearless adventure. You're not afraid to take risks and embrace the unknown. It is that voice that will encourage the artist to go to the uncertainty and trusting their own intuition, and they can surround themselves with the flow of inspiration. With childlike attitude, the artist actually can embrace the creative process. You can allow being spontaneous and playful and grow every day. To be honest, I think the most profound gift of the inner child is the belief in the power of imagination. It's that voice that reminds the artist that anything is possible. There are no limits of what you can achieve through the magic of creativity. With childlike innocence, the artist can dream impossible dreams and come up with new concepts and change the reality that we are living in. Don't forget that you can always carry that light within you, and there are boundless opportunities that you can have in your life as an artist or any other field that you are working in. It doesn't really matter what kind of a technique you have, as long as you can just be friends with the child within you and always embrace it and explore the opportunities around you. My drawing is finished and I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and those creative souls out there. And I'm gonna see you next time. Stay creative.